Hello, 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 and praise the Lord. I pray that you are doing well this morning, this evening, or whatever time you're watching this. Quickly, I'm going to get into it. This video is going to be how I curl my hair, or basically a quick tutorial on how you can achieve nice big bouncy curls. Now forgive me if I'm not looking directly into the camera at all times, because this is allowing me to see what I'm doing. Okay, so first of all, we're going to have to put a couple of things on the hair. Now I usually don't use a lot of product, but when I'm going somewhere and I want it to hold, I need to put something on it. And also, before you curl your hair, you want to use some type of heat protectant. Now I've been using Tresemme Thermal Creations, and this is about $3.98 from Walmart. And while I'm talking, I'm just going to spray that in there from the bottom to the top. Now what I should have sprayed in there first was probably, now I just put this hair in, I haven't had it in a while, but I tried this dry shampoo out from Tresemme, and it's supposed to refresh and revive your hair, and I'm believing this is your natural hair without water. But you know, sometimes if you get that little itchiness, or you just want that freshness, I go in between the hair, do it. You can even put it on the hair, just spray it a little bit. It doesn't weigh it down. It's no heavy residue or anything like that from that. So while that's kind of sinking in, sinking in, I'm going to use my little paddle brush to brush the hair out. And I did a video on how I did my weave, and you know, how to brush it and all that good stuff. But once again, you don't want to pull and tug, because remember, this is sewn in, and you want to keep your sewing for as long as possible. So you don't yank it. You just gently lift it up, rest it against your palm, and brush. And then, you know, make sure that you're not putting the brush on your braids, because you're going to snap out the string and you're going to be sewing. Or if you've gotten your hair done by someone else, you're going to need them to, you know, retouch up your weave and tighten it way faster than you normally would. So it's all about maintenance, pretty much. So right there, I grabbed up a little more hair. Okay, so you want to protect your leave out. You want to spray that as well, and I do that last because that's what I'm going to press last. That's how I do it anyway. I press my leave out and all that last. I'm just letting that sink in and get in, and then that's when I begin. I part my hair into two sections, and I rest them on each one of my shoulders. That's just how I do it. Okay. And I'm going to be using two different types of curlers. I'm going to be using my flat irons, and I'm going to be using the flat irons for the bottom. And I'm going to be using, I believe it's 1 inch, I think. Don't get me wrong with the inches. Just look at this right here. That's what I'm going to use. And this is by Golden Hot, the brand Golden Hot. I love these curlers. As you can see, my little thing is gone. I've had these for years. I don't even know how long I have to get some more. I love this. Just, you could use this actually all over, bottom and the top, and it will give you a very nice curl. But you seem to go faster with the flat irons. which is what I'm looking to do, go faster. So what I'm going to do is take a section with my finger, pull that back, brush, take my flat irons, and I have them on 380. They go up to 420, I believe. So I'm just going to slide, and as I get to the bottom, hold it. Oh, sorry. Again, I'm just going to slide, and as I get to the end, kind of release it some. Hold it for a second and then release it, and it'll give you this curl right here. Okay, so pull that hair back, take another portion. You can grab bigger portions of, or bigger sections of the hair as well, because we're actually going for, you know, big and bouncy curls. Of course, see, I slid that, and I'm continue to slide. And you kind of, in this way, you're kind of going to wrap the hair around the flat irons as though it was a whole curler, because this portion of these flat irons gets very hot as well. So I'm going to hold for a couple seconds, and again, I have that curl. And so, as you, if you could notice, I am curling away from my face. So if it's on the left side, I'm curling away from my face on each side, even the bottom area. So I'm curling backwards. See? And again, I slide. Hold that for a few seconds, and as you can see, I'm grabbing this lightly and letting it go. It's better to use clips so you're not pulling up hair that you've already curled or anything like that, but I'm just doing it this way. But it is best to leave clips so you're not, you know, caught out here in these streets slipping and you have a couple straight pieces in the back of your head. Instead of just looking in the mirror and saying, you know, and checking, using clips or going to the mirror to check and make sure that I have done that correctly. I just say, you know, hubby, am I straight in the back? And have him, you know, looking for me and making sure I'm good. Okay, so as I get to this front part, wait a minute, I have some leave out right here that I need to take care of. And that's actually a little video that I have to upload as soon as I get the chance. How I was just doing a short, kind of quick tutorial on how you would do a versatile sew-in. So I'm going to hit my sides off while I'm over here. And if you hear that, this is one of those wet and dry kind of flat irons. And plus I have You hear that? Because remember, I put the heat protectant and all that good stuff on it already. So don't worry about the edges right now. We're going to take care of them with some edge control. So I've pulled out a section, and now I'm going to use my burl curls. But before I do that, I'm going to take this Garnier Fructis. So if you see me in another setting, it's because my camera died on me, so I had to use another one. Okay, let's just spray that whole little top area so we don't have to even go back over that again. So with my golden hots, which are very hot, I'm going to curl away from my face. And see how I'm bringing the curl up versus down? It helps to add volume doing it that way. Okay, this is so hot. Usually my fingers can take that. But yeah, not today. And these get so hot I can usually like press the little sides of my hair and everything with them. Like, it's not a game. Okay, I held it for a second. And I'm just going to flip it going back the opposite way. Taking another section, and it's a rather big section. And if you're looking at those colors, what I have in my hair, I don't know the pattern, but I know it's some type of virgin hair or something like that. And I talk in the other video again that I have to upload, and it is I wanted it to be more full. I had 3 packs. The hair had to be somewhere near, 28 or something like that inches. And I had 3 packs, but I still wanted it to be super full in the middle part of my head in the back. And so what I did was you're going to hold that curl for a second. So what I did was went to the beauty supply store and purchased some Ultra. And I purposely got it in a lighter brown because the virgin hair comes in the regular color. I believe that's about probably like 1B or something like that, like an off black. And so I purposely got the color number 2 because I wanted it to look kind of streaked. I didn't want any type of blonde or red anything. I just wanted some different color, just like a different color brown. And again, up. And hold. And you could even pin curl that as well. Okay, so even though this section looks like it's curled, it's not. So we've already put all the product and all on there. And I know me not cutting out any seams is going to make the video a little longer, but that's fine. So now that you've got the gist, I'm going to take some bigger sections. Okay. See that stain? Thank goodness for the heat protectant. Yeah. Okay, and this will be the last one that we will do with the flat irons. Again, on this side, I am curling it going back as well. Sorry, that will not be the last one. I'm going to do this one as well with it, with the flat irons. Hold, then release. All right, so here's the part that we get to with the golden hots. You want to hold that. Whew. Got makeup over myself. Okay, I really didn't hold that, but okay. Yep. So oops. Oopsie. You don't want your curl to be like that, so make sure that those ends get underneath the clip of that burl. Okay, I see that. Okay, I'm about to say, do I need to do something with that? Okay, no. And also another thing that gives you volume is instead of having these just kind of sitting over here waiting for you to do something with them, you could have pin curled them back, then sitting up this way as well. Those curls to be going up above the curl. Oof, that was itchy. Sorry for this lighting, it's horrible. Okay. Get any ones that try to straggle along, get them in there, okay? get them in there. Okay, so now for the top portion of my hair, my little leave out. Again, for those of you all who don't know, I'm just going to kind of leave these here. And I'm going to use some of that little Garnier Fructis Full Control and kind of go on them again. And let them sit while I take care of this leave out. Bang that out real quick. Real quick. So I have already sprayed my Tresemme Thermal Creations Heat Protectant on my leave out before I did all of the rest of my curls. I sprayed around the areas all where I have my leave out, and I have it around the back as well. I don't think that I'm going to curl it because you aren't going to see it. So that's what helps protect your leave out too. Keep it moisturized, especially if your hair is natural. If it's too, if it's reverted all the way back, you just might want to take care of that. Just in case you might be, out here in these streets thinking that you're cute and move your hair and then forget the whole back of your neck is a bush. So you might want to do that, but I'm not going to do that. It hasn't reverted all the way back just yet, so I think I'm good. So I'm not going to put any more heat on it, but you want to still make sure that you're keeping your leave out protected. And at night, like I was saying, let me stop saying like I was saying and just say it. Okay, so like at night you can use, I have been using the Cantu Shea Butter leave-in conditioner. It's like in a jar, and I put that on my leave out all around the sides and all that, just so it can be conditioned and moisturized and all that good stuff. So it's not, I'm not just throwing it in a bonnet and it's not being taken care of, because you want to have leave out to be able to leave out for another day. You don't want to turn up your leave out and then have no option but to get a closure. You want to take care of your leave out, and because when you put that heat protectant on there, it's still kind of damp. That's why I spray my leave out first and then curl my hair, then come back to it. And go with the lowest heat possible, on your leave out as well. And I know when it's natural, you want to make sure that it's good and straight, especially when if you're going somewhere and you don't want it to revert back on you. Now these golden hots are pretty hot as well, and I could do it with this too. I have a little leave out around my edges, not much, but there is some. So I can either do this with I can do this with either one, because these golden hots, as you can see, get pretty hot. But so you don't have to do all that, but the flat irons just get all the way down to the root, just like I need it. So I'm going to put a slight bend. My hair isn't super deep along in the front, but I still want it to kind of bleed in there. I didn't leave a whole lot of leave out because my hair is natural, and I wanted to protect my hair. This is a protective style, so I wanted to leave out as as less hair as possible. So now what I'm going to do is kind of take my fingers and separate first, and kind of go back with my hand and push forward. Kind of comb with my finger and then kind of push forward, as I said. Or you can use your brush. Sorry. To brush back and then kind of manipulate your curls and take your curls and do it the way that you need it to be done. I'm just combing my weave out up here. Now it depends. If you don't want the little, especially when you have your hair right here, you want it to be as natural looking as possible. Brush upwards, then bring it down. Okay? And then take your brush and kind of lightly go in there for a little more volume. But remember to brush away. Okay? Now what we're going to do for those, for my edges, okay, let me kind of separate that. And I'll do that with my brush. Okay. Okay, for my edges, I am going to use the Cream of Nature Argan Oil Perfect Edges. And I really like the, I'm just going to use my little mirror right here. And basically, wait a minute before I get to talk, my little edges right here, I'm just going to take a little bit and make sure that they are good and not ratchet and looking like another texture. Because you may say, you know, I'm natural, I can't really do, you know, this, you know, Indian hair and all that stuff, and you know, you can't achieve these curls and achieve, I'm sorry. So it's not that you can't achieve this look because your hair is natural. It's just that you have to go through a little bit more than others to get your hair to kind of blend in with it. But it absolutely can be done. So I'm going to show a picture. Actually, there it is. Those are the products that I used in my hair. As you saw, the dry shampoo, that's kind of a refreshener. or whatever, like in between shampooing your hair, it's without water when you have a weave in. You know, for me, I don't like to really wash my hair underneath of it. I just do not like the feeling. Even sitting under the dryer, you can get them dry. I just do not like the feeling of that damp, wet, moist. I just don't. When it's, I can go for weeks without washing my hair. I don't, and not smell anything or, you know, anything like that. So I just wait until I'm about to take it out and just get all my hair and wash and scratch and all that other stuff. I definitely don't like, that's just me, to wash it. So this is good. It refreshes it and revives it without water. So I'll spray it on the hair, even if that's gotten a little, you know, but I just put that in. So I didn't really need it. But, you know, just for my hair, just to keep it fresh, I go in between and kind of spray. And you can spray this on the hair too, as well as your hair, if you're trying, you know, to get a little bit more wear out of it before you wash it. Hope that you have gained some type of information, or you can go ahead and, you know, get your curls done and pretty and all that other stuff for whatever event you have coming up. I also want to bring to your attention, for those of you who are, again, new to my channel, my husband and I have written a book about how God brought us together, the supernatural way that God brought us together. It is basically our testimony of our lives before we came to Christ, how God saved me, how God saved him, you know, the many mistakes him and I have made, you know, and how faithful God continued to be, and how he allowed us to, him to find me, and, you know, just everything. I tell this short snippet of my testimony, you know, all the time. God didn't save me in a conventional way, although I grew up in church, and I, you know, was pretty much raised in church. Church was still not within me. And after years of straying and going away, I was actually at my boyfriend's house. We were in the bed chilling, looking at some music videos, and you know, I heard this voice. I heard God speak audibly, and he said, "You're not anyone's girlfriend, you're somebody's wife." And from that point on, my life, you know, was changed. I was not perfect. I fell, and fell and fell and fell. You know, I just made some bad decisions, and, you know, out of this, I wanted someone to be blessed. I wanted somebody to be encouraged to continue to go on. You know, whether you've been through church hurt, you know, or anything, you know, I share my experiences and things that I've been through, and that God helped me to overcome. And if you're out there and you're thinking, you know, oh, my biological clock is ticking, and, you know, does God really have somebody for me? Is there someone that's out there for me? You know, you may be courting someone now and having, you know, questions, or you're wondering, how do we go about seeking God in reference to our relationship? You know, what should we be doing? I mean, or you're married and, you know, you're believing God for some things. It does not matter if you're single, if you're courting, if you're engaged. You know, whatever this book is, you know, for you, you are definitely going to be blessed by it. And I have down in the description, you know, where you can find my husband and I on Facebook. It is called Those Who Wait on God. That's our Facebook page, and our Instagram is Those Who Wait on God as well. But I will have the links down in the description box, so you can just click right on and follow us if you would like to receive encouragement. Tutorial on how I curl my hair, and I pray that you liked it. All right, be blessed.